Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up? All right, welcome to the stream, Color and Chat episode 2. We're joined by Scott again, and we have a special guest, Ichthus. What's the name
What
of your
is
book?
up? Total excellence. Sorry, I got too excited.
No, you're good.
Couldn't contain myself.
Wait, okay. Yeah. Hey, Scott.
How are you guys doing tonight?
I am doing excellent as always, dudes.
That's good. All right, so the people who are on our stream now, playing this stream, I'm gonna be showing a time lapse of this page and how I got to this point. And then at the end of the stream, I'm going to show you the finished product of the page. And then also during the stream, we're going to talk about get an update on our books. Um, Canada Bear is filling us Indiegogo. Hopefully next month would be great. And yeah, that's about it.
Sweet.
Sweet. All right. So
Hey, Chris is here. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Chris?
Chris is a pretty cool guy. Chris, I do appreciate you backing my Indiegogo. I'll do a Kickstarter in February. I know you got refunded. I didn't. Of course, Indiegogo didn't succeed, but I'm gonna bounce back and do a Kickstarter. I got a lot of stuff planned. We might talk about it a little bit tonight, but I have a lot of stuff I'm working with my artists on, kind of like doing like a, you know, not redo, more of like a redo of the page, like the ads and everything, like what I'm going to include in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the book's
and the
going to do really
marketing.
well on Kickstarter. So
Yeah, because I reapproached it because I had a great conversation with Nicholas Mueller about Kickstarter, and he kind of like gave me like a rundown. I talked to him for like an hour and a half. Gave me like a rundown of my Indiegogo page and like what's good and what's not good, to give me like an idea of like how I should do the page for the Kickstarter.
Mm.
And it was very good advice. Like I 100% thought it was really good because it made me think more about things that maybe I included that really probably didn't really need it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and so far it looks like you're doing the flats on this page.
yeah. So what's going on right now is the time lapse of where it gets to where I'm at now on the page. I thought that would be like a good idea instead of just like starting from scratch. They can watch something while we talk, and then I can show them the finished page at the end. That was my whole idea with that.
Nice.
Well, what's also great about that, Paul, is you can actually chime in without focusing
Yeah.
on the artwork, which
Mm-hmm.
sometimes makes it difficult for you to actually mention anything because you're focused on getting the artwork done.
I'm not very good at multitasking.
Yeah, I'm very good at multitasking.
Nobody asked you, man.
It's a training that I honestly took time to like learn
Yeah.
because even like just streaming and just even looking at comments, like I was like when I started doing my channel and my stream, like I was like, how the heck did Tyler just manage just to get all these comments in
Yeah.
these live streams while he interviews like these guests? Because I was a moderator for Tyler for like 2 years, and I even like I was a moderator in his Discord. Like I pitched him the idea for the Discord, and he told me like we were going back and forth on Insta, and he was like, yeah, it's like I hear like a lot of people saying like it's like a new way to build a community, this and that. So fast forward, he asked me like, oh, I made a Discord, like can you like look and check it out? I'm like, yeah, sure, like I'll look into it. It was like bare minimum. I think he had like maybe just general and a voice chat, and that was just it. It's like, what do you think?
What are you talking about? That's how mine is.
Don't worry, Scott. I'll hook you up, bro. I'll hook you up.
I'm gonna make a Discord. We'll make a Discord for SBCon. Actually, I think we already have one. No, I don't know if
No,
I
we
still
haven't
have
created a
it.
server yet for that.
All right, I'll make one, and
Okay.
then we're gonna invite Ichthus, and then he's gonna do his magic.
Yeah, I'll
Give
do
you
my.
admin.
Thank you. Thank you for the blessing.
Well,
Ichthus magic. All
yeah.
right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's good that you learned a lot from Tyler. Like, it is like, I mean, I'll be honest. I thought it was like watching these guys do it. I thought it'd be like easy, but then once you start, it's like holy shit. There's like a
Yeah,
lot to
exactly.
do, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm learning. I'm not like great at it yet, but I hope to get better. But yeah, I thought like doing this time lapse, like Scott said, like I could focus on more of the chats, the conversation in general.
Yeah, no, it was a great idea on your end, dude. Because me and Scott will chat for hours, but I would like to talk to you too, buddy.
Yeah.
I I don't want you to feel left out. It's like.
Oh my God, Paul, you're getting super fast
like,
in the
yeah.
part of the video.
But like you two like chatting, and then like I chime in. You guys like, oh, I forgot even Paul was here. So it's nice that I can stay engaged, and then like and I can still work on it a little bit. I don't have a whole lot to do in the page, and what's nice about like having somebody watch something, I'm not like stressed to the point where I gotta make things perfect. Like I can look at it, focus,
You already
and
did it.
put my best foot forward while live.
You know what the one thing, have you showed Ichthus the new artwork, or like the new art design? Considering like this is a completely different artist, as you can tell.
Yeah. So, Ichthus, you were in the last stream, right? When I was kind of explaining stuff.
Yeah, I was there when I seen
So
color in real time.
yeah. So yeah, and that was like slow. Like I was trying to do too many things at once, and
Right.
so Matt, my friend Matt, was the original pencil and inker for Canterbury issue 1, and then we, of course, with COVID and everything, and his life changing, he hasn't had time to work on it, which kind of sucks in two reasons because I really enjoy working with him, and he's very good.
Oh
But
yeah.
two, it sucks that I have to fulfill an Indiegogo, campaign, and I have to find a new artist. So thank God
Wow.
Scott decided to make a comic, and
Yeah, I know. You'd be more screwed than
and
than anything at this
it's
point.
like when people say things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those moments where the gears start clicking and working, and everything matches up.
Here's the ironic thing. So, honestly, this whole thing started with a random person from a Facebook group messaged me because I was saying I'm looking for an artist for a comic book.
Yeah.
Person messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I just finished my 60-page graphic novel. I was working with these two guys from Indonesia. I told them I'd get them work after the project was done because I really don't need them at this moment. Or I won't have a project for them till like a couple months or maybe next year." So he reached out to me, and then boom, first comic done, second comic done, third comic's halfway through, and then then we have issues with the artist on Canada Bear, and lo and behold, Gino's friend in Indonesia, Joe, I think he's also the guy who did Entity, I think.
Yeah.
For Tyler.
Yeah, for Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like literally not even like it worked out so well. I was like, I just reached out to Gino. I go, hey, do you know if Joe is taking any work right now? And Gino's like, yeah, he just finished a project not even 2 days ago, and then wham, got right onto the project. And it was just so great how like everything turned out so positive out of a whole hell of a mess that we were going through trying to get things done.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know how, like, because to be honest, it put us into a hole because we didn't have a shit ton of funds because we were trying to get the project completed, and having to restart from scratch and getting a new artist that would basically put us in the red severely.
Oh yeah. And it's just I'm just glad how things worked out, and And Joe is just as quick as Gino, and the quality of work is there. And I'm happy with the direction with issues 2 and 3. I mean, I don't know.
See,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead, bud.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, like Gino, uh, from what he's told me, basically his life story is like he did comics for a long time. He quit 2016. Then one of his buddies, Joe Wong, kind of convinced him to come back into the game. And then because he was like looking for work, and he's like, well, let's do Facebook. And they created Facebook, and then they just blew up, as in like getting work. Because work in Indonesia, you know, the US dollar goes a long way in that country.
Yes. it
So,
does.
you know, it's really cool how I'm able to, help out a guy who's like trying to get his stuff established again. And recently, I just sent him a package of issue 1 and 2,
Mhm.
and he finally got it. I sent it in August, so I was a little worried. He got it about a week ago, and it was in perfect condition. There was nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
I was like, thank God.
That's fantastic.
I thought that package was gone. But yeah, it was really cool, and he sent me a video of him opening it. But the problem was, like, he doesn't speak any English, so I had no clue what he was saying. But he was
Right.
smiling, so
Hey, smile is a universal, it's a universal emotion. It's like you don't need a subtitle or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
It's amazing. I'm glad. I mean, I think that's the best thing about. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy how us artists in the U.S. like we're just stupid expensive, but it's
Well,
just
I
due the
think-
currency.
I think also, that mentality of a lot of artwork in the US, like you said,
Mhm.
are expensive, but it's not just expensive, it's them, it's the market that they're in. Like,
Right.
there's so many artists in the US, and to be, any way of being like competitive, you gotta get yourself out there. And plus, if you really think your art is that much, that's good. You're not selling yourself short.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's like, again, like they mastered their craft. They have a pace that
I will say
They
though,
can-
if they came to the US, they could be charging, a good amount of money for
Oh, yeah.
their art. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
really, really competitive with all these other players in the field in the US.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's just those that are outside the U.S. they have a competitive price on them. They have it's all good. They have a competitive price on them, and it's like what you said before. Like you're literally changing their life, like their lifestyle and everything. I mean, how many people can say like, it's like I create comics for a living or I do art for a living.
Yeah. And I love that every time it, comes up where Gino will be like, hey, I'm gonna start on pages 6 and 10 through 10, but I ran out of paper. Is there any possibility you can, give me like a startup for like the next couple pages? I'm like, Gino, yeah. I mean, come on.
What do you think,
You've
man?
already got like almost four books done.
How
Like,
much is
seriously.
that
Yeah,
paper?
right.
How much is that paper?
I don't know.
No, I was saying like you would add. Never mind.
Oh, you would ask that question. How much is the paper? Do you really need it?
No, that's not what I meant. Like,
Oh. I don't know how much paper is over there, man. I don't know if they have like a Joanne Fabrics or Michaels or a hell, I don't even know if they have Walmart over there.
well, it probably has some sort of art supply store.
Yeah. Hey, Salazar, welcome to the stream.
Welcome, buddy.
Welcome.
Salazar Art Nation. This is artwork is getting colored by Paul. Paul is this. I think you're the host of the channel. You're the one in the chat, right?
What?
You're SB Comics. I'm
Yes.
under
Yes.
Flock. Okay, cool. By the way, maybe later I'll maybe go on to the SB Comics and put the Flock Comet as a moderator. I'm just joking. That's funny.
Oh
Get ahead of
man.
yourself, bud.
No.
Oh man. So
For Salazar who just came in, Paul, do you want to like give a quick description of what's going on?
Okay. Well, first of all, welcome to the stream. So this is obviously Color and Chat episode 2. So the basis of this stream is we have guests on. We talk about comics. We give an update on our books. While I color a page or show a time lapse of a page that I've colored and either show you the final at the end or whatnot. But it's mainly to promote our books and to promote other books. So under the SB Comics name, we have our book Canada Bear and The Flock, and we're trying to fulfill the get the books done to fulfill the Canada Bear Indiegogo. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Got quiet.
You know what you could do?
Were they
is,
expecting more?
Yeah. Why don't you want to do the trailer really quick?
Do the trailer again? Yeah, I can show them the trailer again. All right. The shitty part of this is that I can't continue from the time lapse where it is, so the time lapse will start all over.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
You can't pause it?
No.
Oh,
Are you
man.
sure? Oh shit.
How about
Well-
this? How about this? If he stays for the rest of the stream, I'll play it at the end.
That's a deal you got there, brother.
Yeah, right.
He can actually, I don't know if it's he or
Tarako
she,
just
but,
joined the chat.
welcome.
Tarako Creative Cast, welcome. He says Flying Bears, awesome, and I replied, Canadian Flying Bears.
Even better. That's mythical right there.
Yeah.
So hold on. Like, if they want to view the trailer, they can go on our page and check it out too. So
That's true. It is one of the like first videos.
Yeah.
And
if you're new to the channel, it'll
the trailer
automatically play. So
yeah, it should be on the homepage.
Yeah.
Also, we have it on. We posted on Twitter.
Twitter, yes, it's
think.
on Twitter as well.
Yeah. I like the way it came out. It was really good.
I am very happy with it. It's nice and simple. Gets her promotes her books fast enough.
So I know we've been talking a little bit about our books going on. So Iclix, do you want to like go in a little bit about your stuff?
Yeah, I would love to hear
Oh, yeah, I most definitely would be honored to. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to put my input before I talk about my book. I love your trailers, dude. Like, the trailer is so awesome. It's like what you said. It's very simple, straight to the point, but it gets me excited for your books, and I can't wait
Thank you.
for issue 2. And you have issue 3 coming along as well for Canada Bear, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome.
Yeah, Joe started. He hasn't really. I think he's on page 3 of issue 3, but he still has to send me the cover
Right.
for issue 2.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And, you know, me, I'm a fan of the Goose Man. So I'm pretty excited for issue 1 through 3. That's going to be coming to Kickstarter on February. So mark that on your calendars, dudes. As well as what's great now with Kickstarter is like now there's a sign up, like a pre-sign up, as I believe.
Yeah.
That now, you know, they're making it super easy for the creators now, because before they did not have that feature at all. You just find out, like, I don't know, just whether you follow that creator or not, or if they pop up in the main page, or, you know, what's new, you know, new projects type of thing, you know. But I'm very excited for that new feature that Kickstarter has. They finally put that feature, as well as add-ons. It's still on beta, but that's something that is a huge asset for indie creators and just just make it much more simple than just being stuck. Because unfortunately, what Kickstarter has that's different with Indiegogo is like once you have that pledge, is like you can't have multiple pledges. Like, okay, I can purchase that and I'll buy it again. It's like, no, you have to stick with that pledge. But with the add-ons, it makes it so much better. And that's all I can say on my excitement for these two creators. So, if you guys haven't already followed them on social media and subscribe to them, subscribe to the channel. Now that I'm done talking about you two awesome dudes, I'll talk about my project. So the comic I'm working on, my first ever comic, is JRPG. It's not what you think it is. It is
Japanese role-playing game?
No, it's not a Japanese role-playing game. I'm so sorry, if it was, it would not be on the comic book. I'll promise you that much. So it's an abbreviation. It's an abbreviation of JRPG is an abbreviation of Juvenile Radioactive Pro Wrestling Gators. And it is pretty much inspiration of TMNT and basically my whole life living in Florida.
I love it.
So, I mean, I've always thought in my time in high school, like I wanted to, I don't know, just do my own version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is before even comics was even in my life. I was a late bloomer. I will promise you that. I was a late bloomer. I started reading comics 2 years ago, but I did read manga. Just only the mainstream ones that, you would see on anime and stuff. And, once I start blooming and reading comics and American comics, that's when I'm like, man. Oh, that's when I started reading the TMNT and then the origin behind them. Like, holy crap, this is amazing. Now I want to make a freaking comic. So, the idea behind it, or how it became to be, there was this. I was networking with a lot of comic creators, and I was talking with this dude named Six Scale Combat, which he currently now has on Indiegogo, I believe, which is called Napalm Brothers issue 2.
Okay.
Back then it was issue 1 when I was talking with him. And I met him through Doug Garrett, who is also a creator for the Lone Wolf.
Okay.
And he also has a publishing called Gravestone Press. And I talked with Six Scale here and there, and then he DM'd me saying, "Hey, this is something a secret. Don't tell nobody." So then I'm like, "Oh, okay. What is this?" He showed, I'm like, and so he showed me this promo pic of this is pretty much like I believe like 2 months after COVID. So he pretty much talked with all these creators that he networked, and pretty much like it's called the Corona Kings, which is basically like it's basically like this huge like digital page, like it's for free for everyone to read while stuck at home within the pandemic. So it's a free PDF with all these creators, and you can put in however pages you want to put in. So I was like, oh man. So he got like John De La Rose in that project. He got a lot of big indie creators as well. And and then I saw like and more. So I'm like, can I be that more? So that's when I thought. So I literally like thought like on the spot, like, okay, what can I do? Okay, I like TMNT, cool. All right, where can they be? Florida, because it's so easy, right? So the Florida. All right, cool. What is well known here in Florida? What if I tell people Florida? What's going to be the first thing they can think of? alligators.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Alligators. And what's going to be the most ridiculous thing an alligator can do? Like a radioactive freaking gator. So I'm like, professional wrestling. I laugh so hard that it's so stupid. But then I'm like, it fits because I started thinking back as when I was a kid. I believe it was the Miccosukee tribe where they have this thing which is the alligator wrestling, and literally like I was like a kid. I believe I was 4 years old when my folks took me there, and I got to see these alligators and this dude just doing tricks, like literally just wrestling with an alligator, pull his head up and then just tucks it under his chin. All this fun jazz, and I don't know. It's like it makes sense. Like this is something that if you live in Florida, and I find out later on that here in Florida, professional wrestling is pretty big because up in Orlando, WWE has a development. Back then, it was called Florida Championship Wrestling. That was WWE's development.
Yeah.
Over there in Florida, but now they changed the name to NXT, which is pretty much the staple. Like, pretty much people stop watching Raw and SmackDown and watch NXT because these are like fresh new guys that they just got off from the indie scene. So professional wrestling's pretty big here in Florida. So it's just a mix of these two. They just marry so well. I mean, heck, like back then, like I wanted to do professional wrestling when I was 17, but the reason why I didn't pursue that career, it's like, you know, like feel like okay, like I'll just do what everyone wants me to do. I'll just go to college. I studied graphic design, so I was happy that, you know, I benefited the graphic design within my college because now I can translate it onto my comics and whatever project I work on, and you know, just be a freelancer and all this fun jazz. But you know, I just find out later on, like now, things like YouTube. I find out Udemy, which is like something that I learned so much compared to what I was learning in college.
Oh yeah, I use
so
that.
it is, to me it was insane, just the mere fact of how much resources we have under our fingertips that we literally just do not know unless we actually try looking for it.
Like if people that don't know, Udemy is like honestly like a place where people that can teach, but it's like you're not spending $10,000 at a university. You can literally learn how to draw, learn how to write a book, learn how to do all these different skills. Like there's one for a guy that teaches us history, and then also there's a guy that teaches you how to fix your plumbing in your house. So it's like all useful skills that you can use in your everyday life. So yeah,
I tell you what, I wish Udemy was around when I was studying animation, because I don't think I would ever went to Edinburgh, you know, because when I went to study animation, and I'm almost 33 years old, we actually learned on paper. So Udemy's great. I think it's great. So I've learned a lot of 3D animation from there, Flash animation, anything digital from Udemy myself. I would have saved a lot of money, just put it that way.
Yeah, of course. I know. Were you within the time when thing? Because it was huge back then within the animation community. Like, I mean, this is like, I think it was like early on the same time on YouTube, I believe, maybe even before that. Like there was like this huge community of animators.
I started college in 2007.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's pretty much the sweet spot. That literally is around when news
yeah,
maybe opened their doors, and
yeah.
like that's when the animated community really drove the ball.
I mean, like Flash animations. Well, it was Macromedia Flash when I first started learning. It was before Adobe bought it,
Yeah.
and it was very complicated, very not very user friendly. You
Hmm.
know, this is the day before Cintiqs. Everyone had a drawing tablet, right? So
Right.
everyone still did everything on paper because the eye and hand coordination thing was a pain.
Right.
Um, I don't know. Do you use a Cintiq or a drawing monitor tablet, or do you actually use a tablet?
How I started, I used like um a regular tablet. I used the bamboo.
Okay.
So yeah, the Wacom bamboo and all that, like the most affordable I could ever buy out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And you know, like I don't know, the whole looking at the monitor and drawing the tablet, like it was a pain. I mean, I learned along the way in college, but like it was like a bigger bamboo compared to what I had in
Yeah.
my desk. But anyways, I was like, man, it's like I feel like I can improve twice as better if it's a freaking monitor.
Yeah.
So then I did my, is like, what's gonna be better? Just I don't know. It's like if I want to draw without freaking computer, I might as well just do it on physical paper
yeah.
where I can still look at it, see my progress in my line work compared to just looking at the monitor and just, hopefully I don't go off within the mouse cursor for the tablet.
Mhm.
And yeah, so then, there's these other tablets that are very, not very, but they're affordable for you to buy.
Yeah.
And what's great about the comics community is like artists, they have every different background. They either do it physical and then they scan it, do it digital, or they go full digital or full physical. Any way that they do it, they'll tell you how they do it, and
Yeah.
then they'll tell you what type of tablet they use
Mhm.
to make that magic happen. I believe I learned about this company called XP Pen through
Yeah, that's what I
Tyler
use.
because
Yeah.
yeah, so dude, XP Pen is like I think it became the biggest competitor for Wacom
Mhm.
until like their most recent one, which I have. It's like the smaller version. I forgot what's the name of it, but it has like a red ring
Yeah.
to zoom in and out. I have that one.
Okay.
I have the smaller version, but to me it was perfect. All the buttons and shortcuts were perfect. The pen pressure, amazing. I mean, it really like became a huge competitor to Wacom after they released that.
Mhm.
And then now Wacom said, okay, here's an affordable Wacom tablet called Wacom One. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, if they would
Like
have
the $600
released
one.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it's like, and it's a monitor tablet too, which is like, holy crap! If
Yeah.
they freaking had this when I was in college, I would go
Oh, geez.
nuts.
Yeah. See, when I started,
I will never get out of my computer.
I wonder
Honestly,
when
I
the
would never.
first Cintiq came out. I'm gonna look that up
Yeah, I'm
because
my wild guess might be 2009 or 2010 around that time. That's my wild
2007.
guess.
2007. So when I
Gotcha.
when I graduated, it was the Cintiq 12WX. So it was a 12-inch drawing display,
Hmm.
and yeah, that thing was over 2 grand.
Oh wow!
So
Holy crap!
and yeah, so that was definitely not mainstream when I was in school.
Right.
Now it is. Like when I went back, see, I went to Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania. Um,
Hmm.
I went back there in like 2016, and all these little spoiled brats now have Cintiqs to draw on. You know, well, I had to spend $65 a ream on paper, you know,
Hmm.
like multiple times a year, especially for like her thesis, which was like 5,000,
Wow.
you know, finished drawings, and it's not like every drawing is like the a final drawing, so you're going through a lot of paper, um,
Wow.
and then of course your art classes on top of that. Like I remember my oil painting class, I spent like
Oof.
$900 on paints.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, I'm not. I was like, I look at these painting majors and I go, why? It's like I get it as like learning it as a skill, you
Right.
know, because like I translate that stuff into digital coloring because a lot of those techniques obviously translate into it,
Uh-huh.
but it's like I don't know. Like there's one girl I know that I graduated with that's doing really well with painting,
That's great.
but it's very expensive. I thought animation was expensive when I was there,
Mm.
and it's just crazy. Now they don't. Now they don't even. They just work in Toon. It's called either Toon Boom or Flash, or it's called
Yeah.
Adobe Animate now, I think. But I guess
Yeah,
it's
they
not called
they
Flash
read
anymore.
yeah. They renamed uh yeah, like Adobe Animation, which is still Flash, but
Yeah.
what they did is they tried cuz Flash has a bad rep for like very cheap animation, very and it's like how you said it before, it's not very
Yeah.
Flash was annoying.
Yeah.
Like I even did like a tutorial where like it teaches you like a little mini game tutorial on how to like make a Flash game, and even that was tedious.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they did to make any little change there, but all I know is they changed the name, and even like studios are now a few of them are using um, Adobe Animate just for the sake of the budget.
Yeah.
I know Toon Boom is very mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what's the other one because I know there's like two animation programs that they use that are under the subscription. I know it's Toon Boom. I
There's
honestly
Toon Boom
forgot.
Anim. Well, it used to be called Toon Boom Animate Pro, and then they
Right.
changed it to Harmony. Um,
Right.
and then because I remember when Harmony came out, I was the first edition was like I think the year after I say I graduated in 2011,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I I had some money saved up and I had like 3 grand in grant money left over, and I was like I'm gonna buy a Toon Boom Animate Pro 2, which was $1,800, you
Wow.
know, and I get that and I get some freelance jobs, and then like 3 months later they're like, do you use Harmony? And I'm like, what the hell is Harmony, you know? So like I just spent 1,800 goddamn dollars, right? and
Right.
and they have a better version, easier version of Toon Boom right after. But
Wow.
and it was I don't know, but talk when you're talking about like people, like what's nice about comics, like they either do all digital or a mix and match of
Mm-hmm.
like hand drawn, hand inks, or like hand drawn digital inks. Um, I kind of miss that. I know it's kind of off topic, um, but I miss that in animation because a lot of animation now is puppets, rigged puppets, like
Yeah.
2D puppets. So it's like a stop motion type feel
Mm-hmm.
in in a 2D plane, and I just miss that aesthetic of hand drawn animation. And I don't know why. I mean, I know why they don't do it anymore because it's. I mean, productivity is faster, cheaper. Um, if you just go all puppet, but
Right.
like studying animation back in 2007, we had to study the great Disney animators like Len Keane, Eric Goldberg, Milton Call, who was part of the
Wow.
Nine Old Men. Um, And when you have a chance, anybody who's like watching this stream or anybody on your free time, look up Glenn Keane pencil tests, Eric Goldberg pencil tests, and just watch what they do. And you look at it and you go, how did they do this? It's amazing.
Is Aaron Glean the animator for the Beauty and the Beast?
Glenn Keane was.
Okay.
Eric Goldberg, he animated the genie in Aladdin.
Oh,
he
wow.
animated Phil in Hercules.
Oh, wow.
He animated. Who else? He did in Princess and the Frog. He did the alligator. See, that's on topic with your book. Yeah, I just miss it. Like Glenn Keane's like the master. Like he did Ariel. He did. I don't think he did anything in Lion King. That was mainly the Bancroft brothers and Alexander Deja. I know he had a big part in Treasure Planet.
Oh, wow.
He's basically the lead on every character in that. And what else? Yeah, he hasn't done much. I know it's like his last Disney project was Tangled back in 2010, where he was the supervising animator on that. But yeah, check them out. They're great. So. And what's funny is that you wanted to be a pro wrestler when you were like, what, 17, you said? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
You're good. You said,
But yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to be like a pro wrestler when you were like 17?
Yeah, I wanted to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Really into WWE. And I don't know, it's like I was very physical fit at the time.
Yeah.
I did a lot of sports in my school. I was a captain in one of the teams, like basketball and footballs. Well, not football, but flag football.
Okay.
And I even was MVP for mostly basketball, but then I got like MVP for like football after like my senior year.
Yeah.
So, I was very physical. Like I even played tennis.
Okay.
Like dudes, like my freaking calves were like I don't know. It's like you could use it as like a reference for any character that you want to do that looks hulking, I don't know, like super fast dude. So my calves were like humongous. So
Thick calves.
Yeah.
thick
Damn,
calves.
boy.
Damn, boy, you thick. That's a thick ass boy.
Damn.
So like after that, like I don't know, like my folks told me like, just go to college, and after doing that, then still want to pursue that, then by all means do it. So, once I'm in college, things are very different. I'm not as physical because I went to a very small college. There was no basketball, there was no field, anything. It was just literally next to a strip mall where after I finished going to college.
Oh my God, I honestly thought you were going to say something else. You said strip mall. I was like, okay, good. I thought you were going to say something else. I'm like,
oh,
whoa,
no.
What,
I
know it is in Florida,
club?
but
Yeah, no, it's like a little mall here and there, so a little section. So I go to like GameStop, and the job I had at the time, like I was making really good money, so I just go to GameStop, get like a huge stack of games, and then like after that, then I just just do my thing and just play games, talk to a few friends, and then I think afterwards, then I think we play like basketball after like maybe over the weekend. But after that, then I don't know, like I got really into video games. I was very, very persistent. I even tried learning code. I tried I even like talked to my school about starting a game development program because all they
Okay.
did was graphic design. So I've I talked to a few of the people from the college. Mind you, the college is small, so it's very easy to talk to the staff.
Yeah.
And of course, if you talk to certain staff members, like they will make it happen. So we got one dude who was trying to make it happen to make a game, the game design program. So we were like me and two other friends from college, like we were the people that were going to start it. It's like, well, we won't like at first he's like, look, we won't do a school program, but you can make a club. So we made a club. I think they even like told us like, oh, like what game engines were you guys gonna do? Just make a pitch or something to write down. I want to do I want to try the Unreal Engine 4
Yeah.
because they have like a special discount for students and all this stuff. And now that you have Unity 5, I was so disappointed with how the showcase of their engine was, and I thought like maybe the Unity 3D engine was limited. Oh my god, the freaking Unity 5 was twice as worse. There was so much restrictions of the free version. I felt like I don't know how I'm gonna make a game, especially with someone like me who's starting out trying your engine that's supposed to be user friendly, but it's not.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like, just go with Unreal Engine 4 and not to after I was discussing with them, that's when Unreal Engine 4 was like, look, it's free. You just pay 3% royalty and that's it. It was absolutely free. And you have all the features of Unreal Engine 4, all of it. So that membership of the subscription was done. There was no paywall anymore. After Unreal did that, that's when our hugest competitor did this.
Yeah.
Now we got to do that. So fast forward, I tried developing games as far as I could do. I can only create as far as a demo, but that's as far as I could go from there. I never was able to at least complete one game because I learned later on, developing games, it takes a lot of patience, and just this one line of code. Like if you think, for Paul's sake, if you think, just having one, one misspelling of a word, just try coding. If you misspell one word, everything is wrong. Everything is an error. So It is nuts. But I know I learned later on that the only control I have when it came to game development, the art side of things. I know how to do a user interface. I know how to create the characters. If I want to do an animation or something of a concept, I can look into Google and look into sprite sheets and just use that as a reference. All of that sweet jazz. So that was my only thing that I, till this day, is just the art side of things. I still have a niche for it here and there. I'll be honest with you. I do have a niche here and there, especially now with Unity and its asset store. Like there's templates to make it game development twice as smooth. But I felt like, okay, like if I can do art, what do I want to do to express and just to show my art? And comics came to my thought process. At first, I wanted to do I want to do my own manga and stuff. And I was more into manga than I was in. And pretty much like how I got into American comics was Boom Studios' run for Power Rangers.
Okay.
And I love freaking Power Rangers, dude. Like Power Rangers was like my addiction.
Speaking about Unity, though, my sister-in-law works for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in San Francisco.
Holy cow!
And my brother works for Apple, so.
What the heck? How did you get to what got you here in comics? You know.
Oddly enough, the brother that works for Apple was the one who got me in the comics when I was young. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he does 3D modeling for Apple.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is something, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Do you have a technical side of things?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Somewhat. You know, like obviously I'm trying to get in IT. I'm working on my certificate, my Comp A+ certifications. I've been studying Google's IT support program. And yes, I've been building my own computer since I was 11, 12 years old.
Oh wow.
So, yeah. But like I said, like we're kind of like the same boat. I like the more artistic side of things, the free flowing creative aspect.
Mm-hmm.
When things get too technical, right?
Right.
I don't want to say it gets boring, but it loses my interest a little bit.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I like 2D animation better than 3D animation, to be honest.
Yeah, no, 2D is so simple and easy because I tried doing. I never when I was doing like play tests for 3D, I'm like, why is it like so jagged and like popping all over the place? Like,
yeah.
Until I realized there's this thing called frame rates, and I'm like, what the heck? That's when it really blew me. That got me so mad. God, no, what? So, and then when it comes to 2D, it's like I don't need to be too concerned of that. It's like I just pop it in and boom, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like you got a character moving left and right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we can, I don't know. I know we're going really off topic. We're promising comics, but we're talking about animation, video games in this moment.
It's all like,
I mean, I'll interject a little bit here. So me and Paul did the same program in high school where we went to a trade school, to learn some stuff.
Right.
I personally loved doing animation. I did a little bit of animations when I was probably between 12 and 15. I would do like Lego animations. I would do animations with like GI Joes and crap and stuff like that. But like I always liked that type of atmosphere, like how long it takes to do like one scene. Like when I did the Legos, it took probably an entire day to do like 30 seconds, and that's like if everything went well, because you'd have to, every shot was taken by a pitcher. Like it was just intense. And I followed a lot of people in that scene in YouTube when YouTube was starting out to do more animation. Especially the Lego animation was huge then. I mean, it's huge now, but then it was because a lot of the people that were doing it was just like taking a camera, and each frame was like a picture. So it's like it was like felt so old school, and it felt really cool when you after you made it, because it was like you didn't have to do any programs. There's no like crazy things. It's just the photos.
Right.
You just have to put them in a like a thing to play them all at once, like in a row, and the correct speed. But yeah, that was probably one thing I really liked growing up, was doing that type of stuff. I didn't join any groups. I didn't do anything like that. I personally never did well in art. I mean, I do some decent things, but I'm not like, I can never grasp it. I think it might be because my my right hand has, my index finger is really messed up, because like I work in lifting boxes and ripping boxes open all the time. So I really think it's not damaged, but like I can't keep it steady for a very long time, and it kind of messes up a lot of my artwork, even if I do artwork. and I'm not saying it's a handicap, but like I don't know, I just feel like my hands don't have the like I have to go very slow. I can't rush, and I it bothers me that I can't like get things done, and I get upset.
Right.
So, but that's just like for me. Um, so far we're at what 2 hours? No, we're not 2 hours. No, but hour and a half.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah.
no, we're only at almost an hour,
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
right? Right?
Well, I was gonna ask you guys like, how much longer would you like to go? I have the page about done, so I
Yeah, the
can.
page looks like it's almost done on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost caught up to where it was. It was like 50 some minutes long on the.
Do you have the? Were you working
I
on the
think
page
it's
while we were
actually.
talking?
What's that?
Were you working on the page while we were talking?
Oh, a little bit, like
Oh,
doing a little
okay.
bit here and there. Just doing some final touches, so I can kind of like show that a little bit. I don't know.
Well, it looks like you're done in the video because the video stopped.
Yeah, so let me switch over to the page. No, the video's still going. It's doing a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Because
Um,
it looks like it's.
no, in OBS, it's still going, but we can kind of like fast forward in time, right? I'll switch over. So this is what the page looks like. Final. I don't know if it switched over yet.
I don't see anything yet. Probably. No,
There's a
I'll
little
probably
bit of
see
delay.
it. Yeah, there's a delay. There's a delay. Come on,
So-
Scott.
So I just added more shadows, some different colors here and there.
Oh, nice.
So
I like how you added like the giving the sky that color so you know like what time of day it is.
yeah. So this is actually, I believe, page 18 in issue 2. And it actually, in issue 2, the day progresses. Okay? So
Mhm.
it actually goes day to night. There's actually some a scene at night. So it's like a whole day of events. So a whole day fighting these crazy robots created by Bear Trap.
Yeah, I like it.
Me
I do
too.
too. I like this direction.
I mean, it's completely different, but it's a good different. Like it's got its own feel to it, you know.
It's different, but it still flows with the old. You know, like you can still tell it's Canada Bear. So
And to be honest, I don't think Matt and Joe are gonna be the only artists we're ever gonna have on the project. I mean,
no,
you know how many artists do all the other mainstreams? Like
a lot. Man,
a lot.
Jeez.
I think honestly, at my end, I'm not gonna say for sure, but from what it looks like, I'm working very well with Gino to the point where I think I might be comfortable with him doing the first 7 books. But that
Yeah.
depends on how things go, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
things can always change. Yeah. So, and I do work tomorrow, which sucks. But I thought this stream was very successful. It was very fun having you on, man.
No, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
Fun.
we're definitely gonna check out your stream on Sunday if you want to like tell us about that real quick. About your channel.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. So I have a YouTube channel. So far I'm just doing live streams. The one that is pretty much bringing more traffic in for me to even bring new subscribers is called Sunday Fun Day Coloring. And what I do is I pretty much find, indie creators that of a comic that I feel like it looks interesting. I like the idea of it. So, and what's the thing too is like it's a surprise. Like it's very spontaneous. So no one knows until Sunday comes. And I make sure that I'll tag the creator just to let them know, like, hey, like, I'm coloring this character of so and so, and I make sure like I even get all the information I need to put into my description box.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not only it's just another way for me to chill out of another like another book for maybe someone that might be interested in that type of book, but as well as just, I don't know, just have a creator just get to be known. Just another way for me just to network, to talk to the creators.
Yeah.
And it's becoming a success. Like, I'm really happy, and I get, positive feedback, and I've gained, I gained a really good, close, friendship and good relationship within these streams. And, they always tell me like, oh, like, I like to work with this person, this and that. And, it's awesome. Like, it's something that I honestly enjoy. I don't feel like, it's being forced upon me, like, or someone DM'd me saying, hey, can you shill my book and this and that. Like, this is spontaneous. No one, honestly, until I stream Sunday.
Yeah, I love how you did Canada Bear last Sunday. That was a nice surprise. So, like, I look at my phone, there's like a Twitter notification, and I'm like, oh, somebody's coloring Canada Bear on their YouTube channel. So I was like, oh, this is sweet. So, thanks for that. That was nice.
Yeah, no, most definitely, dude. Like, that's another thing too, is like, I want to make coloring more interesting, and and just they have like an idea, like, how fast should you go when you color.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you're gonna do like a coloring, doing comics or anything, period, what is the pace that they're looking for? So that's pretty much another way for me to even show them, like, okay, look, this is how fast you should go.
Yeah.
And of course, the little pixels that I nicknamed them snowflakes, which is totally intentional, and I felt like it was just something in my flavor, just to add, just to make this stream more fun, entertaining, and yeah, like, I truly do enjoy it. Not only want to make just only coloring, but I want to make sure that everyone involved with it. I just want to make coloring more interesting. Like, yeah, like I could color the same way as you would do it.
Yeah.
But I could just do it a different way and just make it twice as interesting, which is pretty much just use a color palette from a different character. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoyed it. I got a lot of views compared. This, like, your Canada Bear stream was like the most views I ever gotten from any live stream.
Oh,
to this,
really? That's cool.
to the yeah. So I'm like, holy cow!
Holy bear!
Holy bear! I could not bear what I've seen.
That's funny. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna end the stream here.
All right.
Do you guys have anything else you would like to say?
You go on ahead, Scott, because you're part of the publishing company. I'll be last.
Any flock updates or anything like that?
Well, Indiegogo didn't succeed, but I am starting a Kickstarter in February. I am waiting till the holiday season is over, mainly because, I didn't really want to do it in this month or in December because I feel like that'd be a waste.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen in February, which is really cool. It's after like the seasons are over. I have some new things that are gonna be coming out. Well, I'll announce it tomorrow on Twitter, of what I'd like to do. But the short of it is that I'm gonna have issue 1 available at the end of this month, as a PDF version, free comic that anyone can read, to get who's interested into the book.
Okay.
Kind of like a preview, but the book is also going to be available at the Kickstarter. I mean, you can read it before the Kickstarter.
Okay.
But the book will be, one of it's gonna be issues 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna get printed copy of issue 1, to have a collection. Because to me, it wouldn't make any sense if I did free comic and then printed only 2 and 3. People like to have a collection. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna have the book available for all to read the first book. And the cool thing about the first one is it ends on a cliffhanger because it's a part 1 of 2-parter. So it's like really good opening for the series to get people to get involved and want to see it progress and also see it on Kickstarter. So
Right on.
I'm excited to have that all going, but I will probably have more information tomorrow on Twitter.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna have the trailer close us out. Thanks for joining us. And,
Yeah, thank you, Ichthus. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. Thank you guys again for inviting me.
of course.
Fun.
Anytime. And we're going to be doing this again next Wednesday. So we're going to make this a
Awesome.
weekly thing. So next Wednesday, I'll see everybody there, and have a good night.
Good night, dudes.